In this video, I'm going to show you how to factor a trinomial with a coefficient greater than 1 of the x squared term using the EarMuff or the AC method. This first example, 3x squared minus 5x minus 12, I'm going to factor using the EarMuff method. Now we call it the EarMuff method because we take the first term and the last term and we multiply them together, creating an EarMuff effect. So those two together multiplied is negative 36. Now the next step is very similar to the AM method, where you find two numbers that multiply to negative 36 and add to negative 5. Now we can go through all of the factors. Negative 1, 36. Negative 2, 13. And negative 3 and 12. And we can keep going through these. And also positive 1 and negative 36. Positive 2 and negative 13. And keep going. And the next one we get to negative 4 and positive 9. Or positive 4 and negative 9, that's actually the one we want, because positive 4 and negative 9, when you add them together, you get a negative 5. So what the next step is, we blow out the middle. When we blow out the middle, we put x's on here, on the 4 and the negative 9, and we rewrite negative 5 as 4x minus 9x. And we bring down the 3x squared and the negative 12. This creates a factor by grouping situation. So there's 4 terms here. Now we simply factor by grouping and we're done. Draw a line down the middle. Take the GCF out of this term. The GCF here is x. And we're left with 3x plus 4. We have to take the GCF out of this group. The GCF here is a well, I could tell you. Remember, you need to have, when you do factor by grouping, this and this binomial have to be exactly the same. So to find the GCF, you simply say, okay, what number could I multiply 3x by to get negative 9x? And that answer is negative 3. Then we take 3x plus 4, that's the first set of parentheses, and x minus 3 is the second, and you're done. Now you can multiply those out to get another answer. I mean, to go back to that one, but that's it. Okay, one more example. I'm going to choose 6x squared minus 13x plus 2, which is the same. These two are the same as the trial and error method that you did or will do in the other video. So EarMuff method. Take the 6 and the 2, multiply them together. Get 12. You need two numbers that multiply to 12 and add to negative 13. Now you can go through them all, but negative 1 and negative 12 are the ones that work. You put x's on them and blow out the middle with those two numbers. So rewrite the 6x squared and blow out the middle with negative 1x and negative 12x. Factor by grouping. Draw a line, group the two. Factor the GCF out of here, so I take an x out, and I'm left with 6x minus 1. And here again we have a situation where 6x minus 1 and negative 12x plus 2, we have to factor out a negative. So this can happen, it's no big deal. It's also a possibility that you could factor out a 1. So you just have to be aware of that, and it's just in this spot that happens. So I factor out a negative 2. Negative 2 times 6 is a negative 12, and negative 2 times a negative 1 is a positive 2. So we know we're correct. This and this match. When they match, I get a 6x minus 1 and an x minus 2. There you go. That is it. Factoring a trinomial using the EarMuff method.